Good morning. I hope everyone is going to have a wonderful day today. I am talking now about the fake felony. Okay, let's talk about the fake felony. So, this was something else that had occurred in Morgan County about a month after the judge, with no jurisdiction because I had not lived in that county and neither had my daughter, ordered her father to have custody. Temporary custody order. About a month later, we met for supervised visit. She was sick as a dog, like heaving, vomiting, diarrhea, sick. 3.5-year-old baby, just ill, okay? I couldn't stand it. So I go and I talk to the dad. I'm like, she needs to go to the doctor. She needs to go to the doctor. She's really sick. And he just rolls his eyes at me and says she'll be fine. And ignores it. So I take her in the bathroom to clean her up because she's like just sick as a dog, right? And I walk out the door. Yep. And I take her to meet my boyfriend at the time, who I'd been in a long-term relationship with for like 3 years. And we drop off my car and we take his truck and we go to Huntsville Hospital. Well, I get calls from my attorney, Kirby Harris, who was freaking out. Went to high school with the judge, besties with the judge. Yeah. Terrible attorney, I've heard. She's awful. But my experience with her was absolutely awful. She was pretending to be my friend just to screw me over the entire time. I fired her from the case. And she buddied up with a criminal attorney who was supposed to be exposing the interference of custody that was going on with my child, Michael Price, also horrible attorney. These people are terrible people. If you are using them as your legal counsel now, go ahead and fire them because they're awful. They'll screw you over. They'll make your life miserable. They won't do anything for you at all. And anyways, I'm at Huntsville Pediatrics because, like I said, I wanted my boyfriend to go with me. So we met, dropped off my car, took his car, took her over to the hospital. Here comes Morgan County Police to arrest me. Yeah. So a court without jurisdiction gives dad custody, takes it from me without, having any ability to do so because neither me or my child lived in that area for the previous 6 months. We lived in Madison County. It should have been filed in Madison County. Okay. Then that same court decides that I am guilty of interference of custody, still legally the custodial mother of my child, right? Other than some fictional order that's not valid. And I get a felony charge of interference of custody for taking her to get medical care. Yeah. And then that dragged on for several years, cost a small fortune. And my boyfriend and I had broken up. And a couple years later, I started dating someone else, James Ayers, the former assistant district attorney for Limestone County. And when the court date came up, he walked in there and he said, "What's going on? What's up with this interference of custody? I want to know what this is all about." And so they said, "Well, she accused some cop of harassing her and blah, blah, blah." That never happened. I never accused that cop of harassing me, whoever it was. The cop that transported me from Huntsville Hospital to Morgan County Jail that day was super professional, super nice guy. I don't remember his name, but he was 100% within every scope of what he should do in his professionalism. So I don't know where they got all that, but they trumped up some stupid story and said, "Well, we've got text messages to prove it." Couldn't provide any of the text messages or anything, right? And so Eric Summerford is the attorney for my child's dad and my ex-husband, Jim Ayers. Anybody that breaks up with me, if you need an attorney, call Eric Summerford. He only represents my exes, okay? And he's dirty, nasty. Fraud is his favorite cup of tea. You want something, he'll serve it up with a big slice of fraud, okay? So it was him putting out the story that I'd accused some cop of some nonsense that never happened. I would never falsely accuse someone. That's what they've been doing to me, okay? So at the time when I was still with Jim Ayers, we were dating at the time, he walked in, he said, "This case is BS, throw it out, dismiss it." I had an amazing criminal attorney, and I can't say enough good things about him because the appointed attorney wanted to give me a settle for 5 years in jail. I was like, are you nuts? And so my criminal attorney that I had hired was recommended to me from another attorney who is just a friend of mine. And I just want to say, both guys, I'm not saying their names on YouTube because everybody in the world's watching everything I post right now because they all think I'm losing my mind, which I am, and you would be too if someone kidnapped your child, falsely accused you, and was trying to destroy your character and terminate your parental rights without any good reason whatsoever. Again, after you've been through it with your other kids back in 2016, the same dumb, illegal, no jurisdiction, no subject matter jurisdiction, and the juvenile courts now involved. Yeah, guys, it's a circus of stupid, and it's all fraud. So I'm exposing it. And a federal lawsuit will be filed. Okay. I'm going after this judge. If you haven't already figured it out, her name is Judge Jennifer Howell. And the things that have occurred for my family and how devastated me and my children have been are all related to this judge, guys. She's behind the majority, if not all, of the injustices that I've had to endure. And I'm not going to stand for it, and I'm not going to put up with it, So I was falsely arrested that day by that cop. That's the only thing he did was falsely arrest me and charged with a felony, and it cost me a small fortune. I did every song and dance, paid in the cups, paid all the fees. It was all dismissed and thrown out. But that's just another layer of the corruption and stress that I've had to endure as an innocent woman. Because, why? A judge decided she didn't like me. That's it. That's the only reason.